Tyler McGee here, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Just wanted to highlight a couple of things to help create a little more energy in your swing. So a really fun topic, creating more speed, creating hopefully more distance with that speed, and a couple ways to help you get there, okay? So I'm gonna start with a little bit of setup. I got driver here. So from a setup standpoint, okay, one thing that I see pretty consistently is starting in a position that's not the most optimal to move from, okay? So if I sort of get in there, I've seen this quite often, this right knee's kicked in, and then I'm adding, say, a fair amount of right side bend to get behind the ball, okay? So that's unless you do something sensational in that first move, you're in a tough position to create rotation from there, okay? So if I get in there, first thing I want is see if I can get these knees a little bit more on top of the ankles, and then just creating a little bit of right bend to make sure that my upper body's behind the ball, okay? So that's the step one. From there, we're gonna figure out a way to create get this sweet spot to move freely in the motion, because if we let this sweet spot move a little longer, we're gonna have a better chance to create some more energy in that swing, okay? So things that I like to get guys to do is finding what is the freest way to move to the top of the swing. So is it letting this right hip move a little bit to the target? Is that freest to get to the top? Is it letting, you know, the right hip maybe shift a little bit away from the target and creating sort of nice tallness in that hip, sort of in both of those motions? Or is it actually letting this lead foot, you can see that lead foot, letting this lead foot move a little bit more to create some freedom in this hip to help you be free all the way to the top of that swing, okay? So if we create freedom in that motion, the odds are we're gonna be able to produce a little bit more energy. From there, okay, so if we're looking at transition, so most guys are gonna benefit from getting that knee in a good position early in the downswing. Then coming into impact, is it gonna be feeling like that hip moves back? Is that easiest? Is it feeling like you stay on that hip and you're driving through the shot? Or does it feel best if you let that foot spin out of the way and move through that shot, okay? So there's a couple ways to experiment with. You just set up a camera and hit some shots, finding, you know, first without a ball, okay, what's the easiest way for me to move here? And then put the ball down, see if you can start hitting the shot that you want, and see if you can pick up a little bit of distance with that motion, okay? So I'm gonna hit one here, trying to do that, you know, practice what I preach, right? So let's see what I can do. And I'm lucky I got the TrackMan here set up, so I'm getting feedback here when I hit these, so I'll throw that up there too. Okay, so I'm getting set in there. Same thing, good knee position, trying to be as free as I can in that first move. It was good, just a little towed, but definitely playable. I created a free motion. I swung freely, hopefully created some speed. I'll hit one more trying to amp it up just a little bit. We'll see what happens. So on this one, to amp it up for me, I feel like I'm gonna just let that toe move a little bit more, create a little more freedom in that lead hip, and then hopefully see if I can get 5 more miles an hour out of it. I'm gonna check after this and see what I can do. So this is my 5 mile an hour faster swing. So letting that foot move and then seeing what happens from there. So it's a little pulled, but again, you're not going to want to bomb it on every hole. This is more creating some energy when you have a little bit more space out there and you're trying to get to a par 5 at 2, for example. I hope this helps. Looking forward to sharing some more stuff with you. Take care.